The worst thing about coming out for me, I think, was that I kind of did it on accident. I was talking with one of my best friends in high school, and we were just having a conversation, and he had said something about expressing interest in a guy that we had mentioned, and before I never, thought, he kind of came out to me accidentally as well. And I never thought of him as that way, and he basically said, Erica, I think I'm bisexual. And instantly I basically said the same thing back, and it just sort of came out of me. I had no idea that would be how I did it. And since then, the worst thing that I've noticed from people when I tell them, hey, I'm bisexual, is the reaction that I get and the sort of lingering stereotype of being a girl in college that likes both men and women. And so far, other than people that I'm really close to, a lot of people's reactions are just like, oh, every girl is a little bit bisexual or curious or something. Or like things like, oh, so this must mean that you like everybody, so you're easy or something. And no, like that hurt hearing those the first couple of times. I mean, no one wants to be told that a way that you are is wrong, or that you're not being taken seriously. It really bothered me, and still kind of does. There are still, my initial reaction when people still do the same thing to me is to sort of be taken aback and being like, really? Like, are you that quick to judge a person? You barely know who I am. My friends, though, they just sort of welcomed it with open arms. A lot of them kind of already knew. They were like, well, we kind of saw it coming. But the ones that didn't were just like, okay, so you're still Erica. Big deal. Which was great. My family, I haven't actually fully come out to my family still. A few cousins here and there know, but my parents, I'm still a little afraid to talk to them about it. I came out, I think, my senior year of high school. So that was, 4 years ago? And now, I mean, it doesn't affect me as much as it used to. I used to be really sort of ashamed. I used to think that there was something wrong with me, that I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable with it at first. And now it's just part of who I am. And there's nothing wrong with me. I'm happy. And I kind of just can't wait to see what happens in the future. If my parents ever saw this video, I don't think that I would use this as a way of coming out to them. I think I would probably want to tell them face to face rather than have them see something on the internet. Although with my luck that might happen anyway, but hopefully not. I'd rather have them see me telling them directly and have it make it personal. And I'd want them to feel comfortable knowing that like it's okay. There's, and I'm sure that they'd be supportive. I don't think that there'd be any negative tension or anything. It's still scary, obviously. You don't want to have that risk of rejection or that risk of being in an awkward position or something. But I think soon. I haven't seen my parents in a little bit since I've been here and working. But maybe soon I'll find the courage to tell them. Other than my parents, people that I probably wouldn't want to come out to now, I think are people in high school. When I was graduating high school, the only people that really knew that I was bisexual was my best friend that I had told and a few other really close friends. But I hadn't really been officially out to my other friends or to anyone else that I knew at school. And I went to an inner city high school, and a lot of people were really judgmental and kind of mean. So I feel like if I had come out officially then, or if those people knew now that I'm bisexual, I don't think it would go over well. And I've lost contact with a lot of those people anyway, so to come out to them wouldn't really make sense for me, I don't think. I'd rather they just kind of not know and stay out of my life as much as possible. I think before talking to my friends in high school, I knew that I was different. Like I knew I definitely wasn't straight. I knew that, you know, I looked at other girls. I was interested in other girls, but I didn't really officially think that I was a lesbian because I was really interested in other guys. You know, so not being able to differentiate, I was like, well, if I'm not a lesbian and I'm not straight, I have to be somewhere in the middle. And I didn't really know what bisexual or pansexual or anything like that was. I just assumed that they were straight or not straight for a long time. And I didn't want to think that I wasn't straight. I'd grown up in a really religious household to be told, you know, you're supposed to marry a man, fall in love, whatever. And, you know, being so confused, I was like, whoa, I mean, I don't want to be bi, I don't want to be gay, I just want to be, you know, normal at first. And it took, I guess, like, there were a few people that I met in high school that sort of changed that mindset for me and made me think, hey, it's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. One of my first friends that I met in high school was a guy who was a gay guy. He was from like somewhere out west or something, and he was just totally confident with himself, totally happy. And there was like a little while where I didn't know that he was gay, and after I had learned he was already out, I just was I guess ignorant of this knowledge or something. But so he'd been talking to me for a few months and whatnot, and we were having a conversation, and he mentioned liking another guy, and I was like, whoa, what do you mean another guy? Like, you're gay? He's like, yeah, where have you been? And like my feelings towards him didn't change. I still like really cared about him as a person, as a friend, and he was a totally normal and happy person. So it took seeing that, like, this was very early in high school. I think I was a freshman or something. Seeing that, I was like, well, there's nothing wrong here. I'm fine. This is great. Everything is okay. In the future, I know that I want some sort of a family. I know that I've wanted to have kids for as long as I can remember. The question of who I'll have them with, I have no idea. And I'm totally okay with not knowing whether I'd prefer to have a husband or a wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, do it by myself. Who cares? I just know that wherever I end up in the future, as long as I have some sort of a family, I know I'll be happy. For anyone that's uncertain about coming out or afraid, I really, really recommend picking someone that you trust 100% and just having a conversation with them. You don't even have to come out, you know, you don't even have to officially come out. You can just sort of tell them and then at least know that someone out there knows. You're not the only person feeling like you have to deal with this yourself. It's so important to talk to other people about it. And then when you feel most comfortable telling more people, then great, do that too. You know, it's all personal choice. You don't have to feel that you have to tell everybody, but if it's something that you're confused about, you shouldn't, you know, just talk to yourself, talk to other people.